Chuela Manipudnik. Chuela Wakadapadnik. Nena mani. Nai Gana Biako Mankalankala. Minyana na mani pudaji. Nai Nari Kamatbi Marriage. Nai Wangadi Mani the Budni Gani Yatana, Irindi Yata, Tendendanga, Yata Miyu, Gunti, Poti, 2021. Naranadu Kamanka Yarakumanindi. Nachu Yukandaya, Nachu Yakandaya, Padnia do Wadu, Nakada Naitaya.
I'm very pleased to say a few words for the launch of the 2021 OzAsia Festival program. For 14 years, the OzAsia Festival has been more than just an arts experience. It has been an opportunity to celebrate and enjoy the rich cultural diversity of the Asian region. The festival truly has it all, from free community events right through to groundbreaking stage productions and a stunning film program. I'm very much looking forward to the Moon Lantern Trial, a reimagining of the ever-popular Moon Lantern Parade. Ladies and gentlemen, I have been so proud to be patron of this fantastic festival and to watch it grow and evolve over the years. I thank the festival for its important contribution to South Australian cultural life, and I wish it every success this October.
Ladies and gentlemen, as both Premier of South Australia and Minister for the Arts, I'm delighted to see the return of the OzAsia Festival, which has, over the years, been embraced by so many Australians and friends in the Asia-Pacific region. As we've seen during these unprecedented times, 2021 marks a significant shift in the OzAsia Festival away from predominantly overseas acts to a focus on the rich talent and artistic depth of some amazing Asian Australian artists and performers. The 2021 OzAsia Festival provides a major opportunity for artists and performers to play their part in connecting people and communities. The Government of South Australia is proud to support the 2021 OzAsia Festival, and I congratulate the Adelaide Festival Centre's Douglas Gautier AM, OzAsia Festival's Artistic Director Annette Shun, and everyone involved in making this festival possible. I hope you enjoy this program unveiling, and I can't wait until the OzAsia Festival officially begins on the 21st of October.
You know, in these difficult times, the qualities of compassion, understanding and tolerance are precious qualities. And these qualities are at the centre of OzAsia Festival. And in the hands of Artistic Director Annette Shun, our AFC team and all our friends and families and supporters, this festival's in very good hands to continue the great legacy that it's tracked for the last 15 years and thinking about the future. I also want to thank our patron Hieu for his great guidance. Hieu, you've been an inspiration. Thank you so much. So do come and join us for OzAsia Festival, a festival that is for modern multicultural Australia and one that celebrates our position in Asia Pacific and Asia in Australia.
Just trust, so teach, instruct, let loose. Just trust, so teach, instruct, let loose. Just trust.
Hello and thanks for joining us for the OzAsia Festival launch. Thank you to Uncle Mickey for your welcome to country. I'd also like to acknowledge the Kaurna people, the traditional custodians of the lands on which the Adelaide Festival Centre is situated and where OzAsia Festival takes place, and pay my respects to their elders past, present and emerging. And I extend those respects to the elders of the Camaragal people, on whose traditional lands I'm speaking from today. Thanks also to Douglas Gautier for your remarks, and to the Premier, Stephen Marshall, for your solid and enthusiastic support of this important festival. And of course, to His Excellency Governor Hieu, who's been a guiding light as patron of OzAsia Festival since its inception. Taking on the role of Artistic Director has been a little bit like being handed guardianship of a precious child who's been nurtured over the years by so many. But the child is about to turn 14. She's a teenager. And after a year and a half of homeschooling, she's ready to be unleashed. Joking aside, it has been an incredibly difficult time for all of us. The pandemic has wreaked havoc on the arts, but equally, we've come to appreciate how important the arts are for our well-being and resilience. In parallel to this, we've seen remarkable and significant change, social, political, geopolitical, intensifying the feeling of uncertainty and disruption, at times threatening to fracture our society. Against this backdrop, I think OzAsia Festival is truly coming into its own. We're at a particular point in time when the cultural engagement between Asia and Australia needs greater care, attention and insight than ever. And the people who embody those connections, Australians of Asian background, have so much to contribute to that process. For this, the 14th edition of the festival, Asian Australian artists and themes take centre stage with works that reflect and resonate with all. We have a fresh new look, a new totem, the dragonfly, a symbol of renewal and transformation. And if you're wondering what the image is on the cover of our brochure, it's the dragonfly's eye, with its multitude of lenses reflecting a diversity of perspectives and vision of depth and clarity. Here's a dragonfly's overview of OzAsia Festival 2021.
Let loose, just trust, show me the way.
The festival opens with one of the most exciting new voices in Australian theatre, and truly Felicia King. White Pearl was her debut as a playwright, and few have made such a spectacular entrance, premiering 4 plays across 3 continents in 1 year. It's searing satire with the freshest cast of characters you've never seen on an Australian stage. It'll drag the Dunstan Playhouse into a very contemporary alternative universe. Also in our first week, 2 stunning concerts in Her Majesty's Theatre. At a time when international travel is so limited, UK-based musician and composer Belle Chen returns to Australia with Destinations, a vibrant experimental work combining new music and interactive visuals that will remind us of the beauty and fragility of our planet. And Australian Art Orchestra brings us Hand to Earth, a unique collaboration featuring the voices of Yolngu Manakay songman Daniel Wilfred and Korean jazz vocalist Sunny Kim. Together with David Wilfred, Aviva Andian and Peter Knight, this improvised performance will ground the contemporary in the ancient. We're excited to present the world premiere of Somewhere, Everywhere, Nowhere, a collaboration between Adelaide's Alison Curry and Berlin-based Hieu Kameguchi. These inventive dance artists first met at OzAsia Festival. Since then, Alison and Hieu have developed their collaboration online, exchanging recordings of sound captured at the same times each month in different time zones, and working with sound designer Sasha Budimsky to form the basis for this new work that explores the similarities and differences in a globalised world. Mercury Cinema will be transformed into a cosy Hong Kong lounge bar for OzAsia's film program, beginning with Love and Neon, a retrospective of one of Hong Kong's most distinctive directors, Wong Kar-wai. Get in early and join us on the 16th of October on the red carpet for the gala opening night screening of In the Mood for Love, beautifully restored for its 20th anniversary. There'll be champagne and more. On the second weekend, filmmaker Clara Law joins us to introduce a screening of the digital remaster of her landmark feature film, Floating Life. And on the final weekend, one of Australia's most important filmmakers, Tony Ayres, will be with us to introduce a screening of his very personal feature film, The Home Song Stories. It wouldn't be OzAsia Festival without the Moon Lanterns. They've been at the heart of this festival since its very beginnings in 2007, and this year they return in a reimagined, family-friendly, COVID-safe way. Over the first 4 nights and weekend days of the festival, join us for the Moon Lantern Trail, a self-guided tour for an up-close and personal experience of the spectacular lanterns, with pop-up storytelling, performances and community workshops. And of course, the popular Lucky Dumpling Market returns in Elder Park with a great lineup of free concerts over all 3 weekends. Double Delicious is a production very close to my heart. It's an irresistible combination of theatre, performance, storytelling and food. 5 stellar performers each tell a personal story inspired by a dish that's been significant in their lives. And at the end of each story, the audience completes the experience by eating the dish. This truly is a show that entices all the senses, and the stories will stay with you for a very long time. Double Delicious has sold out shows in Sydney and Melbourne, and capacity is limited. The special comedy special, the title says it all. What better way to understand someone than to get what makes them laugh? I'm so thrilled to introduce these smart, funny and, yes, special talents to you in an evening of stand-up comedy featuring some new and some familiar faces, emceed by the delightful Jennifer Wong. Also at Her Majesty's Theatre in Week 2, the sublime Ahimsa, Meditations on Gandhi. Written by one of Australia's foremost jazz composers and musicians, Sandy Evans, to commemorate the 150th anniversary of the birth of Mahatma Gandhi. Ahimsa reflects on his writings on non-violence. Performed by a stunning ensemble including Sandy Evans, sitar master Sarangan Nathan, tabla player Bobby Singh, inventor of the air sticks Alon Ilsa, and bassist Brett Hurst. Perahu Perahu, celebrated visual artist Jumadi and theatre composer Michael Tosuta reimagined traditional Indonesian shadow play with Perahu Perahu, which is Indonesian for boats. Inspired by centuries of travel across the waters separating Indonesia and Australia, this is a poetic, surreal and magical work, using hundreds of handcrafted images by Jumadi and live music performance to create a playful and captivating piece of visual theatre that blends the ancient and the contemporary. I've been lucky enough to be in the rehearsal room and it's been totally enthralling. Across all weeks of the festival, you'll have the opportunity for an intimate encounter with a stranger. Open Homes is a concept by Singaporean theatre maker Jeffrey Tan. In collaboration with Adelaide's No Strings Attached Theatre of Disability, Open Homes will welcome small audiences into the homes of 6 Adelaide Asian Australian households to share their stories. This is a rare privilege to meet and hear about the lived experiences of everyday members of our community in a beautiful project that had rave reviews when it was previously staged in Singapore and Brisbane. Open Homes will give a very different perspective on life in Adelaide. For an altogether more action-packed experience, meet Maria Tran, Australia's biggest international action film star, but barely known at home. In her theatrical debut, Maria reveals her compelling story in an explosive, virtuosic performance spiced with humour and humility. Directed by one of Australia's leading theatre makers, Karen Therese, we're thrilled to present this world premiere of Action Star. The Filipino community takes to the streets of Adelaide in our second weekend with Pinoy Street Party. Led by Adelaide-born, Darwin-based musician, DJ and producer Kuya James, this will be irresistible. Working closely with the Filipino communities of Darwin and Adelaide, Kuya James brings us a high-energy, multi-generational celebration of Filipino dance, music and food. Combining new tracks with revamped, much-loved classics, it's going to be one big, tasty, feel-good party.
Things will be okay. Just trust, so teach.
More action in week 3 with the world premiere of The Demon. Written by award-winning novelist Michael Muhammad Ahmad, The Demon is described as contemporary noir with a Lynchian twist. Are you intrigued already? Realised for the stage by renowned director Rachel Swain and choreographer of surrealist dance theatre Gavin Webber, this is muscular contemporary theatre with a touch of magic realism. A very different kind of muscularity is on show in the Space Theatre in 2. Dancer choreographer Raghav Handa and tabla maestro Mahashi Raval feature in what Raghav describes as an intergenerational bromance. It's a playful exploration of the artistic hierarchy in traditional Katak, where the dancer must do what the table dictates. Presented in a deceptively laid-back setting of a rehearsal room with sudden, thrilling displays of virtuosic dance and musicianship. And speaking of music, we gather 4 musicians at the forefront of electronic music in Australia, each with very distinctive sounds, all in one fresh program, Playlist, at Nexus Arts. This exciting lineup features Corinne, Rainbow Chan, and a collaboration between Su Jen and OzAsia regular Mindy Meng Wong. Mindy Meng Wong also premieres her most personal work to date, When. The title takes its cue from the questions we've all been asking over the past year. When will things return to normal? When will we be able to travel again? When will we see our loved ones? When is a profoundly moving new work about the experience of lockdown in Langzhou, Mindy's hometown, in Wuhan and in Melbourne. This immersive work in the lab brings together documentary filmmaking and Meng Wang's stunning musicianship in another world premiere. On the final weekend, we introduce a new program to OzAsia Festival, highlighting the big ideas and new writing. In other words, will be the forum for the conversations we need right now, and will showcase the diversity of voices and exciting new Asian and Asian Australian writing. Curated by Laura Croach, with guest curators Benjamin Law and Roanna Gonzalez, this 3-day event on the Riverbank lawns will be a breath of fresh air. The full program will be released in September. Across all 3 weeks of the festival, we feature a selection of free visual arts exhibitions at various locations, including the Art Gallery of South Australia, Nexus Arts and the new gallery at Her Majesty's Theatre. Highlights include True Self, with works by Ai Weiwei, Lindy Lee and Yayoi Kusama. Justin Shoulder's 3rd episode of Aeon Dagger, Titan Aram. Taiwanese video artist Yuan Guangming's mesmerising piece The Strangers, and the interactive photographic project Untitled Shower. And Sue Healy presents a new collection of her remarkable cinematic dance portraits, On View in Translation, her recent collaborations with dancers from Hong Kong and Japan. Sue Healy is one of our most revered dance artists, who's bringing so much innovation to the dance form. She will premiere a 2nd work for OzAsia Festival called The Long Walk. This work is set in the stunning surrounds of Robe, South Australia, the significant historical site where thousands of Chinese gold miners disembarked to make the arduous walk to the Victorian goldfields in the 1850s. Precisely directed drone cameras will capture this new dance work, inspired by the capacity of human endeavour against enormous odds. 3 performances will take place on the last day of the festival and will be live streamed. You'll be able to watch it on your own devices or see it in the immersive environment of the lab at Light Square. Tickets are limited.
The team here at OzAsia Festival are so excited to share the details of this extraordinary program with you, and we can't wait to welcome you into our venues. The box office is now open and the website is live. Enjoy browsing through it. And a special tip, for a short time, we're offering the Festival Director Pass, tickets to any 3 performances for only $59 each. But the number of passes is limited, so you'll have to be quick off the mark. I hope you'll join us in Adelaide in springtime. There'll be tasty treats to entice you, unforgettable stories to inspire you, and a sea of friendly faces to welcome you to OzAsia Festival.
Just trust, so teach, instruct, let loose. Just trust, so teach, instruct, let loose. Just trust. Hey girl, hey boy, swing your hips. Hey girl, hey boy, catch them tips. Cause everybody wanna know something about you. Yeah, everybody wanna learn something about you. So teach, live like it's your last breath. You never know when somebody need a lesson. so teach, instruct, let loose, just trust. So teach, instruct, let loose.